สวัสดีครับสบายดีไหมครับ my little Thai baby. I don't know that much, but I know a few things here and there. Anyway, today I'm going to be talking about reset. Okay, I watched the first episode a few days ago, and I watched the next one like I think last night and stuff. And I have to talk about it a little bit. I enjoyed the first episode. I loved the first episode. There were certain things that I didn't really enjoy about it, but overall, I loved it. I thought it was going to be like a major big story and something that I could see myself loving in the future. But then I watched the second episode and it wasn't good for me. Okay, for me. It was tiring, it was annoying. I could not stand the admin character. He kept trying to make himself feel better than other people. I don't know, by talking like about future stuff, about YouTube and stuff. And it's like nobody asked you. And these people, they don't even know what you're talking about. It just, for me, little stuff like that, it kind of tells you who a person is and what they kind of stand for and stuff. Because nobody asked you to talk about this kind of stuff. But every single time, even at places where it doesn't even make sense, he would open up his mouth and talk about something in relation to the future. Like even when he met the guy with the long hair who was pretending to be like a beggar and stuff for a TV show, it's like when he met him, he was talking about future stuff with him here and there. And it's like, this man has no idea what you're talking about. He doesn't even know you yet. Okay. So it felt, I don't know. It's just the way he keeps talking about the future, even when like it sometimes doesn't even make sense for the plot, but also it's like, it just feels like he's just saying it to sound like the smartest in the room. That's what it's giving to me. Anyway, down to the actual video. The main thing that really bothered me with this show, it was the way he always kind of give blame to other people. Like you see, he's from the future, he dies or something like that, and then comes to the past, and he's living in the past, right? And he had enemies in the future, right? But whenever he sees these enemies in the past, he always hates on them. And I understand he's from the future, so I get why his hatred is there. But the thing is that these people haven't done anything yet to you, but he treats them as though they've wronged him in the like most messed up way. Let's start with the manager, for example. Our main character, again, he got in contact with the person who was pretending to be the bad guy, and he basically harassed him, let's be real, a little bit. And because of that, they're both actors, so it led to news coverage not looking good for the manager and her company and stuff like that. And the manager, as a result, was like, "Yeah, this is wrong. You're not supposed to be doing this. It's in a contract, all that kind of stuff." And in that moment, Armin, in his mind, was blaming the manager for that. The question is, what did the manager do wrong? She did not do anything. She wasn't the one who chased after that man. She wasn't the one that did that. I understand that maybe in the future she's going to do some other stuff that are messed up and you're going to hate her for it. I get that. But in this very moment, that woman has done nothing. Nothing to you. I mean, like, and again, some people may say that, well, she's a bad manager or a questionable manager and all that. But it's like, let's break it down. Let's break it down. From her perspective, she is dealing with Armin, right? And based on the original past version of Armin, he was not a good actor and he was not willing to sell his body to get roles, right? And that's what this woman tried with him. He first wanted to use him because he's pretty, facially he's pretty, so most people would want him. But he kept pushing him, and the man was not a good actor, so it was hard for her to manage. And then she suggested the idea of selling your body or doing whatever you have to do to make in the industry. And my man was. And admin was like, nah, I don't do stuff like that. Funny thing is that it's being done for him, but he doesn't even realize it. The Tala guy, he keeps doing that for him, but even the admin doesn't realize it. And he thinks he is, better and it's all about his styling, but he doesn't realize that there are people behind the scenes who are doing certain things for him. Anyway, the point is, this woman, this this woman, from her perspective, you are not giving anything. You can't act. You're not willing to go out of your way to do what needs to be done. So what do you expect from her? Do you expect her to keep promoting you? Like, do you expect that? Right now, you the future admin, you're kind of in the past body of admin. So therefore, you are seeing it as, oh, she's the one who to be blamed. But it's like, nah, think about it. Think about it from a third person perspective. You cannot act. You were not willing to do anything to go forward in the industry. How can she help you on that? Like, if that was the main reason why he hated her, I'm sorry, that's not a good enough reason to hate her. Because you were not doing anything, right? And then on top of that, with that particular situation, she was not the one that saw an actor and took off his hat and chased him in the rain and caused a commotion that now looks bad for the company and everything. She was not the one that did that. It was you. But for some reason in his mind, he was so mad about him that he wanted to mess her up. And that even the time that was in his mind, he was clenching his fist and trying to look like he's about to hate her or do something like that. And I was like, this is an HR issue. If I was the woman, I would have called HR on his ass. Because it's like, you were trying to threaten me. I have not done anything. Like in this case, that's that scene really pissed me off. It pissed me off the most because she hadn't done anything yet. Maybe in the future she's going to do some messed up thing, but she hadn't done anything yet. And for the fact that when Admin got the audition call and she took somebody else, you may find that questionable. But yet again, let's go back to the drawing board. From her perspective, as at that time, Admin cannot act and he's not willing to grease people's palms or do the little flirtation or whatever have you that comes with the industry. At the very least, if he could act, then he doesn't need to do the second one. But he cannot act, and he's not willing to do the second one. So what do you think the woman is going to do? She's going to push somebody who is willing to do one or the other. You see how that works? So I just that scene was just pissing me off. Like everything leading up to those moments or that particular moment and thereafter, that was getting on my nerves with our main character. He feels too full of himself and he's not realizing. And he was talking about how he is coming to seek revenge on his enemies and stuff, and it's like, I'm looking at these supposed enemies and currently they have not done anything wrong yet. I mean, the one that probably poisoned his drink to make him poop, I think that was a poop poison or like a puking poison. I don't think it was a poison to kill him or anything like that. For him, he so far they haven't given any reason as to why he's doing what he's doing. So for him, maybe I get why you'd be mad at him. But then for the other people, they haven't done anything yet. For the woman and then the man who wore the wig to be that kind of actor, those two people haven't done anything to you yet. From their perspective, you were not a good actor. The director who keeps yelling at you, yeah, he can be a little bit kinder. I understand that. But at the end of the day, you were not a good actor yet. You were not a good actor yet. The only thing you had was your what do you call it? Your beauty. This reminds me of Top Form, right? In Top Form 2, there's something similar. When in the beginning, the Jin character, yes, he was being pushed as an actor, and it wasn't because he was a good actor; it was because he was pretty. And he too, he wasn't good at his job either. But Admin sucked way more than him. At least the past version of Admin. But at the very least, he wasn't good at his job. And eventually he got good because he fell in love and all that. But the point is, with such a situation, if a director gets frustrated, it's understandable. But also, I blame the director a little bit because if you're just giving the job to somebody who is pretty and not somebody who is good at it, then why are you getting mad at them for not doing a good job? Because you're hiring them based on their looks and not based on their talent. So that one, I mean, I feel like that's on you, right? But anyway, that's the main thing that was bothering me with the show. And with the main couple of the story, I feel like I'm not really invested in their plot like that. Whenever they both meet, they don't really do anything. It's like it feels like two people who are sitting on high horses with their chin up and all that shit, and that's all they ever do. I don't know. There's a vibe that they both have that I don't know. It just it doesn't feel like freeing. It doesn't feel safe. It doesn't feel comfortable. It just feels like whenever they see each other, there's a level of tension or level of not tension like love is gonna wait, but tension is like in like I don't know, just it feels like high society kind of stuff, and I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know. I really don't know. It's just that they're not really doing much for me, and the plot on the outside isn't really there isn't much going on either. But so far, that's how I thought about the second episode, and I'm honestly not that excited to continue. But I'll try and continue someday in the future. If more episodes comes out, I may give the third episode another chance. I don't know, but so far, based on that admin character and the way that he just keeps projecting onto these people who haven't really even done anything yet, and he doesn't even see himself to be a problem. Like again, as I talk about the HR aspect of it, if you are at a company and one of your co-workers or somebody that you manage is mad at you and they're clenching their fist and stuff like that, isn't that threatening? Because the woman said, "You have wronged the company. You have to apologize for what you did." And then he clenches his fist, and the woman is like, "Okay, fine. You don't have to apologize." Blah, blah, blah. That's a threat in a way. Because technically, she was right. You had to apologize for that. What you did is giving the company a bad name in one weird way or another. But he doesn't see it like that. He feels like the whole world should bow at his feet, or like everybody's wronging him and stuff like that. It just I'm sorry about the admin character. The main character of the show is annoying. And his narration, he's always narrating like a douchebag. It's very hard to like him when he's always narrating like a dick. I'm sorry. Anyway, that's all I have to say about that show. For y'all who love it, good for you. But for me, I feel like the second episode was very hard to watch. Just from the first few scenes alone, I was already kind of tuned out mentally. I just could not vibe with it. Anyway, that's all I have to say. If you like it, and all that. Bye.